Wow, 1.4 million Germans protested over the weekend against the far right party and their immigration bills after finding out that a lot of these party members were meeting with Nazis and other extremists. Well, they now know that they're in the wrong if you have 1.4 million people coming out to protest against you.
I'm Mariana Evanstein. Welcome. Organizers say more than 1.4 million people have taken part in demonstrations against the far right across Germany over the weekend. The rallies follow reports that members of the Alternative for Germany party had a meeting with far-right extremists to discuss plans for mass deportation of migrants and citizens with foreign roots.
And not just extremists, but Nazis and neo-Nazis. Those people definitely should be arrested in Germany.
From outside the Reichstag in Berlin to the Cathedral of Cologne, cities across Germany were overwhelmed by chants of never again. In Munich, organisers had to cut their demonstration short, citing overcrowding. But protesters had already made their message clear, rejecting the far right and any slide back to fascism.
I just think about what has happened and that it must never happen again, that Nazis, right-wingers and fascists come to power in any form. We are already on a very bad path. I'm very happy that there are so many people here showing that there is another way.
The nation.
Yeah, it is sad how many nations are actually flirting with fascism or have elected fascists to their government, like Italy, who elected a fascist party to their government. You have many European nations flirting with fascism. United States is pretty much has been flirting with fascism for quite a while now.
Nationwide outrage was triggered by reports that right-wing extremists had met to discuss deporting millions of immigrants and even German citizens with migrant backgrounds. Members of the Alternative for Germany party attended the meeting. AfD has since distanced itself from the plan. The far-right party has strong support and recently came second in national opinion polls. Regional elections.
Wow, a Nazi party has came in second in opinion polls. Why are there so many people wanting Nazis power?
Elections are set to take place in just a few months' time, including in Germany's eastern states where AfD is particularly popular.
I hope that we can change people's minds. Some may not be sure whether they will vote for AfD, but after these demonstrations, they simply can't do that anymore.
Many protesters say Germany's democracy is at stake. After a weekend of mass rallies across the country, calls have grown louder for AfD to be banned.
Our political correspondent Thomas Sparrow was at the demonstration in Berlin and sent us this report.
Thousands and thousands of people here in Berlin, thousands and thousands in other cities of Germany as well, to protest against the far-right party, the AfD. To protest especially after it was revealed that members of the AfD had met with far-right extremists to discuss a so-called master plan to deport millions of people here in Germany. This has certainly hit a...
Well, their master plan is what they want to call it. Definitely Nazi-like rhetoric. The AfD should be banned in Germany, and those people should be arrested for being Nazis.
Nerve here in the country. This has concerned many people who here say that this is not acceptable in this country, that this brings back painful memories of Germany's difficult past. And it has worried many who say that this cannot continue. The big question that many are asking here, the big question that experts are also discussing, is whether something will actually change in the opinion polls, whether something will actually change in regional elections that will be happening in Germany later in the year. And this has to do with the fact that the AfD is second now in nationwide polls and is even leading the polls in the eastern part of the country. Experts have stressed that it probably won't change the minds of those who have always voted for the AfD, but that protests like these ones here in Berlin and in other parts of the country could actually convince some people who normally don't go to the polls, who don't vote, to actually do vote this